Hey guys, it's Cassie. Welcome back to my channel. Okay, so I am hosting Junk Journal September next month. If you are interested in participating in that, visit my Instagram, which I've linked below in the description box. Sorry, it's kind of loud around here. It's evening and Lennon is in here playing while I'm making this video, and then yeah, there's just stuff going on around the house, so hopefully that doesn't bother you. But yeah, I am a person and I have a family and a house and all that. So okay, so I had several requests to do a flip through of my journals from last year, and so this was my Junk Journal September journal from last year, and I think I actually went into October with this journal. I can't remember, but we will see when I get into it. And then this was my Junk Journal July journal from 2019. I thought I would also show you guys that one because I was working specifically with prompts for both of these journals. So now I kind of mix prompts in with like my everyday journaling mixed with like my Happy Mail share journaling, and so it's all just kind of mashed up. But these were very pure prompt only journals, so I wanted to share these. Hopefully you guys like it. I'm not going to do a lot of talking because there are a lot of pages to get through, but yeah, hopefully you like it. Okay, so I'm going to start with my Junk Journal September because I know that we're about to do that. So save this one for later. This one I did stitch my signatures directly into the spine, whereas this one was removable signatures so that I could add pages and remove them as I wanted to. So yeah, that's a major difference. This one had 2 signatures and this one had 4. I don't think I filled this one all the way up because it was getting kind of chunky and I didn't want it to be just like overfilled and super huge. So yeah. Okay, so this one, I never wrote the end date. Yeah, 1st September. So this was my Junk Journal September journal. And I always put my prompt lists at the beginning. So here's my Junk Journal September prompts. And I'm just going to keep that handy so I can look back. Oh my gosh. And then this, yeah. So this was my intro page, September 1. And I used, oh gosh, I can't get it to go back in now. Okay, well that can just stay out. I used a tag, and this was from a Happy Mail envelope. Yeah, and then this, I did not go in order, obviously. This was September 25th, which was insects. Yeah, it says insects right there. So yeah, I just made, like, I used a lot of Tim Holtz papers in this, and then some dictionary page, and just this tea packet that kind of matched. And then this was travel from September 14th last year. I always like to do one that's kind of travel themed. Like this year, I know I'm doing one about your last trip. I remember this post I made on Instagram sharing this spread, and it got a lot of positive feedback because I used a lot of papers. Yeah, so yeah, here you can see, like, I've got several kind of blankish pages. This was a fun spread that I made. Let's see, what day was this? I don't know that I wrote a date on here. No, I did not, but I did a layered journal spread where I ripped pages from the signature and just layered them on top of each other. Maybe that was layers. Let's see. Layered, probably the 11th. Anyway, so this was just a really fun spread that I made using pages from my journal actually to create the layers. And then this was September 4th, gifts. So in the in the envelope that I got in a Happy Mail, I actually included a lot of Happy Mail items. Okay, sorry about that. Yeah, so then some more blanks. This one was Word, September 2nd. And I prompted myself, because they were my prompts. I used some found words to create a poem, and it was about self-care. So I don't remember exactly what was going on in that point, but apparently I was not taking very good care of myself, so that was a good reminder. And then here was an October journal entry. Then this school days. I love this tag, actually. But yeah, so I was journaling about being shy in school. Not that y'all could tell that now, but yeah, I was pretty shy, actually. And then this, I actually stole something out of this spread. I remember going into this journal specifically for it, but there was like this big heart postcard that I wanted to use around Valentine's Day. So yeah, sometimes I borrow things from my journal. Yeah. This one was currently reading, and I think this year I did currently watching. This one was growth. I don't know what day that was. Let's see. Growth was September 8th. So yeah, I love this spread too. I think I did a Junk Journal with Me spread. If I did, I will link it in the description box. More blanks. And then this was handwriting, I believe. I don't remember. Anyway. I just love this book page, so I left it. This one was day and night. So I just had this really cool scrapbook paper. Like, it was old, like from the, I don't remember when, probably the 90s. And it had just been in my stash forever. And so I just like cut out the big star or sun and moon design and used it. And then this, autumn, 3 things. Oh, I was also doing Barbara 49 Dragonflies journal prompts at the same time. So yeah, I tried to work several things into a single spread, which is kind of a good idea. Like, if you're not feeling very inspired by one prompt, use another one. Like, there's no rules in journaling. And then this one was ink or type, September 19th, type. So this was like a typewritten page from a Bible journal or a Bible dictionary, I think, encyclopedia. I had coffee stain some scrapbook paper, which I think turned out really nice. I might have to do that some more because it looked nice. And then this was recent mail day favorites on September 12th. So again, using some more Happy Mail. Yeah, I can actually remember. So I got this envelope from my friend Jen for my birthday. And I actually have not heard from Jen in quite a while. I hope that she's okay. But yeah, we were pen pals and we wrote back and forth a few times, and then she just kind of disappeared. So if you've heard from Jen, please tell me she's okay. And then this was all sewn up. So I included this really pretty cross stitch hanky that I just turned into like a corner tuck, and put in this needle book that I got from my neighbor. So yeah, he actually passed away and left me all of his wife's sewing kit. So I had a lot of really old sewing supplies. And then this was ink. So this was just like a stamped book page. There's some empty ones. September 6th flight. And this one I was journaling about an owl that lives behind our old house. And then this was, let's see, I think it's on this one. Old and New on September 7th. So this journal, or this playing card was just like completely tattered, and so I punched a little tag out of it. And then I made this tag. I remember making these tags. And so yeah, on this spread I just used a lot of like old pieces, like this doily, and then this button, and then I used some new pieces like this piece from a scrapbook paper, and then this die cut. Yeah, so then there we go. Oh, I skipped a page. September 18th, big. So I did Goldilocks. This was from an old reader book that I had. Actually, I think it was from this book. Maybe. I don't know. I've used so many reader books, I can't remember which one it came from. And then this was games on September 21st. So there's some old game pieces. Oh, and on a page that has like a football player kicking for field goal, I guess. And then this is like an authentic piece of scrap, but it was just like falling apart, so I put it on because it's pretty. And then this was stamps. So I did one using a bunch of my vintage stamps that I have, and some faux stamps and authentic stamps, and then of course a piece of a mailer from U.S. Postal Service. Saved USPS. Lots of blanks back here. Just did not want to journal in. After this journal, I started, for my personal journals, I started making like a floating spine because I don't like my journal to not really lay flat. I mean, I'll do it, but it's not my favorite. Like if someone has made a journal for me. Are you okay? No, you're not? He's at this phase where he says no about everything. Okay, so Tiny, this was baby Lennon. He was so cute. He's still cute, but yeah. It was our first Mother's Day, and I had like makeup or something on my shirt because I actually tried to wear makeup for the first time in 6 months. Y'all know who that is. And then 27 and 28, simple and song in my head. So I did, oh, the freshman. Yeah, so I just used like a piece of magazine page for that. And I think that was the last. Oh, September 24th, I made a joy book. So this came in a happy mail, and I just journaled a bunch of things that make me happy, joyful. Okay, so that was Junk Journal September journal. And I'll just flip through really quickly on the July one from last year. I had this big tag medley that I made from all my birthday cards because my birthday's in July. But I took that out so it's like not as bulky. Okay, so in this one I used the summer 2019 prompts from 49 Dragonflies and me. And I put in this little flip out pocket dilly that, I forget who I watched a tutorial on that from. But I had actually held in my July prompts there too. Or maybe they're on, I don't know where they are. But this was an entry that I made for an art show. So these are actually my paintings. And this was actually my last art show, but my friend made a zine and my art was featured on the cover. So that was the cover. And then this was the centerfold. So it was just a really great honor. And then from the zine, I just took out a few little poems and stuck them in my journal. And then this was Father's Day, so I did some journaling about Father's Day. And then this was about home, I think. So yeah, again, I was like combining prompt lists because it looks like I did the Cafe Analog Talk prompt from the second about my favorite place to relax. So at home. And then this was washi galore. So I made this entire thing out of washi tape. And I think I sketched it first. I can't remember. But I actually really love that. I love looking back on old journals. Summer memory. I was journaling about going to the zoo and also about my own favorite memory from like going to float the river with my friends. And this was like when I was a young adult. And then this was the 4th of July, very vintage. So I did a 4th of July spread using vintage pieces and just this little fabric that I actually made my dad a mask out of because I have more of that. So and then this 13th of July, I wish I had my prompt list, but I do not. And then this was a letter that I got. Again, another pen pal that has kind of disappeared. And then this was lyrics and summer playlist. So I did the Beatles, I think. Yeah. No, John Lennon. And then this was handwriting. And I just glued on this vintage photo of this pregnant lady and a man in their garden, I believe. But I just love that picture. And then this was use a tag and summer goals I did on the back. So again, this was July. My Junk Journal July journal this year was so much different than last year. And then this was more of my own art, that it was just like a sketch that I made using some acrylic paint and those grease markers. And then I did some journaling on the inside of this little thing here. Oh, here it is. My prompt list. Handy. Okay. Of course I put it in the middle of the journal. And then vintage postcard there. And then this was just a big sticker, actually. And then this was unconventional. So I never use gold glitter, but I guess that's what was unconventional about it. So, and I love this moth here. That's so pretty. And then this was hidden. So I made a little secret pocket out of this pretty postcard and used this old magazine page or newspaper. So yeah, it was just, that just tucks in the little hidden pocket. And the only way you know it's there is from this. And then here's another little piece of my art that I cut out of one of my postcards that I had printed. It's funny, I would like never have used this now, this postcard. It's funny how our style changes in just a little over a year. And then this was like a decoupage napkin on that page. Ooh, I do love Alice in Wonderland still. And then this was another super popular one. There's actually a letter in this envelope, and I used it to make a double corner tuck spot. Yeah, and then use this to sketch a poppy on the back. And then this was a page that I hated, but I was like experimenting with like doing some cutouts, and yeah, I just did not like either of those pages, but there they are. And then weekly highlights, again, I used some Happy Mail. Of course, Happy Mail is my highlight of my week. And this was actually one of my early digital kits that I used to make this spread. And I did not love it, so I took it down out of my Etsy shop, and I think only probably like 4 or 5 people own it. But yeah, I'm much happier with my digitals now that I have been designing a little bit longer. And I love how this looks like wallpaper, but it's not actually. And then this is a woodblock stamp note card. And then this was a postage stamp that I made a little tile out of and just added on some little beads for a charm there. And I just love this envelope. So yeah, this is what I love about this kind of removable binding. I'll link the tutorial. It's from Johanna. But yeah, I'll link her tutorial for this type of binding. And then this, window and dried flowers. So yeah, now I have a laminator, so it's much easier, but I used like a glassine window from like a junk mail, and I made a window out of like a note card, index card. But these flowers, my ex actually sent me while I was in Washington when I found out that I was pregnant with our son. So yeah, they just live in my journal now. And then this, gratitude. And then this, I found this feather while I was working in the yard with my dad at my house and where we moved from. And then this is dedicated to the 50th anniversary of the lunar landing, which is super cool. And this was another of my early digitals there. And then this was the pocket where I kept my tag medley. And there's that. So yeah, that's it. So yeah, hopefully this is inspiring for you guys. I hope you will join me for Junk Journal September here in a week and a half. We'll do our first prompts. In the meantime, if you want to share your journal that you're planning to use, just tag me. I'd love to see it. Tag Junk Journal September. Let's get the conversation going, and I can't wait. Can't wait. Anyway, thanks for watching if you're still with me, and I will see you guys in my next video.